Hello everyone and welcome back to another video with myself, Gingerbexxi. We are a whole month since the last time I did one of these videos, so welcome back. Hi. You might have noticed there's a couple of different changes here. I have a new camera. I'm very excited. I literally got it yesterday, so I'm very excited by it. It's much more definition, which, So yeah, hello. This month's been a bit strange for me. I can't remember if at the end of last month, had I agreed to go to London? I can't remember. I think I had. But yeah, I agreed to go to London. I was actually drunk at the time when I decided. Great, I know. But yeah, so I went to London for exactly 36 hours. It was a whirlwind. I had to get up so early because my flight was at 6 a.m. So I got up super early and went to the airport for like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was really worried because, see, recently we've had like Edinburgh Airport has been so busy for some bizarre reason, and you're waiting in the queue, like the security queue for like over like 2 hours sometimes, and it really just depends when you go if you end up in those lines or not. So I was like, well, I better go early just in case, because you never know. Well, I went and there was no queue. I was in a queue for maybe like 5 minutes tops. So I was quite annoyed with the fact that I got up so early just to get to the airport, just in case. But I got there and the airport was fine. So I've travelled twice on my own. So the first time I travelled by myself is when I went to America. And it was like, I went from Edinburgh to London, Heathrow, and then from Heathrow to Fort Worth, Texas. So, or Dallas, Fort Worth, the airport. And that was like my first time travelling by myself and then back. So technically, that was 2 times. But like my first trip solo. And then this was my second time travelling solo. I was meeting a friend there. But yeah, it was like my first time. Second time, sorry, travelling by myself. I was terrified. I was so scared. I was so worried that, am I going to miss my flight? Am I going to miss my, like when I get to London, am I going to get lost? Am I going to get on the wrong train? Or what's going to happen? But I managed, I got there. Well, I got to the airport, I flew into Gatwick, and then I was on Google Maps like, how do I get to the city? So I Googled the hotel that I was staying at. I was staying at the Churchill, which, by the way, amazing. Yeah, so I googled it, and it was like, you need to walk half an hour to get to the train station. I was like, what the fuck? Huh? Because I came in at North Terminal, and it was at the South Terminal that I had to be for the train. So yeah, I had to travel a distance. I walked, and I had woke up so early in the morning, because I was going to London. I was like, well, I want to look nice for going to London. So I got up, done my hair, done my makeup and everything, and then I get to London, find out I have to walk half an hour to get to the train. And it was raining. So not the best. But yeah, so got into London, met with my friend, and then we went out to visit something that he wanted to do, and then we went to Camden Market. And that was awesome. So the last time I went to London, I was with people who weren't really all that interested, I don't think, in Camden Market. We didn't stay there that long, basically. But I really wanted to explore a little bit more of Camden Market. So when I was there with my friend, we spent like hours there, just going in and out the shops. There is so many anime stores there, like at Camden Market. So I remember the last time I was there, the only thing that I really wanted to do specifically was go to an anime store at the time anyway. So I had went into Google and I had found an anime store, and I was like, right, I'm going to go to the store, I'm going to like go in. But there was like maybe 1 or 2, I can't remember, but we only went to one, like me and my other friends. But when I was there, it was like we were just walking up, and I'd said to the friend that I was with, that the next day when we separated, I was going to go and find anime stores, and because London's massive, so of course there's got to be some really good anime stores. And then we got to Camden Market, and they were just everywhere. There was like literally. We came up to it, and I was like, that looks like a Naruto hoodie, and I was like, yeah, that looks like a Naruto hoodie. So I was like, I'm going to just peek in. And I went in and it was just a big anime store and it was really, really cool. And they did so much stuff. And even like the normal stores did anime stuff. It was awesome. It was like, I mean, I am a fucking big anime nerd. I love anime so much. And manga, obviously, but I just love it. So being able to explore all these stores. There was also this store that was mostly a manga store, and I was like, I could buy so much stuff here. I didn't, because I was very poor. I'm still very poor. I'm more poor after being in London. But yeah, it was a really, really, really fun time. We unfortunately didn't get to do one of the other things that we were going to do, which was I really like learning about history and like ghost stories and all that sort of stuff. And obviously in London, one of the biggest like horror things is Jack the Ripper. So that was planned, but unfortunately we didn't make it because we ended up doing other stuff. But we went to this really, really nice sushi place that had a boat of sushi. I just had katsudon myself, but the boat was incredible. And then a really, really cool bar that has these like awesome themed cocktails. But I will probably go back to London again. So that was the end of that night. And then we had the morning as well, where we just went for breakfast. Because I had to get back to the airport. So I had to leave the city centre at like 1:30 to be able to get to the airport in time to get my flight back up. Because again, I was quite worried about queues at the airport because I was coming back from Stansted. I'd never been to Stansted before, so I was like, I'm just wanting to get there early just to make sure that I get, away on time. So yeah, I did get home on time. It was absolutely fine. And I sat and watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure for like the whole time I was in. So in Edinburgh, I watched Solo Leveling. I need to talk about that in a second. I sat and watched Solo Leveling on the way down, and then I watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on the way up because I went and got Netflix again. I've not had Netflix for a long time. I just try to watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure dubbed because I tend to draw etc. when I'm watching anime, so I kind of need dub. The only place that I could find it, legally obviously, was Netflix, because Crunchyroll has the French dub, I think, and that's it. They're like, what the fuck? So yeah, I sat and watched more of JoJo's, and I'm just so in love with it. But Solo Leveling, oh my god, this is one of the ones that I was like, I watched the first episode when I went to Palma, when I went to Spain, and I was like, oh right, this is actually pretty interesting. I'm going to watch the rest of it at some point, because it was a really, really, I don't know, I really quite liked the dynamic. I liked his character, Gino. I really liked his character. He was awesome, and I liked the fact that he was this total weakling, and I was like, because it's called Solo Leveling, but you have to be in these parties and stuff like that, so I was like, well, that's interesting. So I watched the first episode, which was just insane. That opening, well, not the opening, but like that opening episode was just like mental. Like so much happened in it. Or was it the first 2 episodes? No, I think it was only the first episode, because there was a lot of destruction in the episode that I watched in London. So I must have only watched the first episode when I went to Spain. But yeah, so it was really, really, really interesting, and I was like, I want to be able to watch more of this. So I sat down, and I've actually finished it. I thought there was more episodes. I thought there was more seasons, but it's only 1 season. I'm still waiting for like the story to really present itself, because right now we've got, I don't really think it's much of a spoiler because it all really happens in the first episode, but we have this guy who, the magic anyway, not the magic? I don't think you can call it magic. Their powers anyway, they awaken, and they are set at this awakening power level, which he is the weakest person ever. And you can have a second awakening, but it's like super, super, duper, duper rare. But what he can do is level up. And that seems to be basically what season 1 is about. Now, there's quite clearly something lurking in the background, but it doesn't really give us much of a overarching story yet. There is obviously something going on, but there's nothing that's happened to present itself, apart from the very last episode, which obviously I won't say anything about, there is something at the very end that you're like, oh, well, that doesn't seem normal. So I'm really, really, really keen to find out what's going to happen there and how that story is going to present itself. I'm really, really excited for that. I don't know when the next season's coming out. Hopefully soonish. I wonder if it's actually been announced and I'm just not up to date on stuff. Let's check. Did I not just have the cutest background? Or a phone case. Oh, okay. So it's saying that Crunchyroll have confirmed, literally at the end of March, that it's to be released in the fourth quarter of 2024. So I am going to look forward to that coming out, so I can actually find out what's going on. And something else I really, really want to watch actually is that Kaiju number 8. That looks really, really, like, I don't know, there's something really epic about it, and that Windbreaker is something else. I have so much saved onto my, like, to watch list. It is impossible to actually keep up with. But I'm actually finally at a point where I'm able to have the time to watch some more anime again, which I'm really happy about. I probably will watch more of Demon Slayer as well, because I'm sure that there's a season. Yeah, the Hashira training arc's just coming out. I don't think it's dubbed yet though. I need to watch that at some point. And My Hero. I've watched all of My Hero. Now, I feel with My Hero Academia, the kind of same way that I feel about most kind of shonen stuff. It's fun to watch. It's like, it's a show. It does what it says in the tin. I don't know. It is fine. Like, but I don't feel like a lot of shonen shows are like, I don't know. They're very samey. I feel like if you've watched one shonen, you've watched them all. Even if they have like a different like background story, it's all kind of the same. Friendship is power. I'm amazing. Or I wasn't amazing before, I'm amazing now. And do you know what I'm saying that? And I've literally just praised Solo Leveling for that exact thing. Although, in fairness, that is the storyline so far in that. And I really enjoy that. But anyway, not to diss on My Hero, I actually do enjoy watching it. It's just one of those shows that I'm not really bothered about watching it till it's all coming out. So I think I'm going to wait for that to come out. I have finally, when I was going away, I downloaded Spy Family and Chainsaw Man, which is another 2 shows that I really should have watched by now, and I've not watched them, and I really, really want to fucking watch them. I think my plan is to finish watching JoJo's first. Let me have a look. I can't remember what episode I was on. Bearing in mind, I haven't watched JoJo's all the way through yet. Episode 10 of Stardust Crusaders. I have a long way to go. I think there's like 48 episodes possibly in the Stardust Crusaders. So yeah, I have a long way to go. But I thought I was much further along than that. Damn. Yeah, so that's where I am. I'm really, really excited for it though. I think a lot of people who watch anime quite not religiously, but like watch anime quite a lot, like myself, they'll watch it a ton and then it's like, oh well, I've watched so much now. And normally at that time I'll just switch genre. So for a while there, I went from I watched a shit ton of shonen shows. I switched up a little bit there and watched another kind of genre, which I will get onto in a different video because I actually want to talk about that separately. So yeah, I went on to that genre, and now I'm kind of back to catching up on shows that have been out for a while that I didn't watch because I was kind of, I don't know, down on anime at the time. Not down on anime, but I'd watched so much of it that I just wanted to watch other stuff. So yeah, honestly, my month has been so damn quiet. Generally, I have watched anime. I have drawn so much stuff. I finally posted the video of Saikuno. I don't know if I've really talked much about like the schedule that I'm following. So basically, in the middle of the month, like the second Friday of every single month, I am posting a speed drawing video of whoever I've been working on. I've got it in my calendar, like this month is going to be this person's month, and this month is going to be that person's month, or that character's month. So I drew Saikuno, and I'll put him up on the screen right here. I'm very, very proud of it actually. I think it looks really, really cool. I feel like there could have been a bit more contrasting colours in it. There's a lot of beige and a lot of, like, it's grey and beige. I did try and add some flashes of colours, but anyway, I am still really, really proud of it, and it's done really, really, really well online. If you want to, by the way, the video is here somewhere. I will put it here. Go watch it. I'm really proud of the speedrun. I did these little, like, static. So what I've been doing recently is having an animation at the start of the drawing, where the little me Bexxi walks on and waves, and then somehow the character also comes on, whether they walk on or they get pulled on or whatever it is, the character comes on, and then we sit down, like the little Bexxi and the little character sit down with their backs to the, like, the backs to, like, the camera, and they would watch the speedrun, like, play out and, you know, just chill. But it was a lot of work to be able to do that every single month and get it out on time. So what I ended up doing was creating, instead of having Bexxi walk on screen, because I've already got an animation of her walking on the screen anyway, instead of having her walk on screen and then have whoever it was also walk on screen, etc., what I've done is have a static, like, image of, like, for example, I had Saikuno just sitting down, and he had Bimbus, his dog, was, like, sitting on his lap, and Saikuno would blink, he would look at the camera, he would look back and, you know, just be watching the video, and then he would pet Bimbus, and Bimbus would, it had, like, 2 animations, which was basically his static chilling animation, and then when he would get petted, his ears would, you know, like, his head would go, and his ears would flatten because he was getting pet, and his tail would start wagging, and it was really cute. It was adorable. I really enjoyed it. So that's what I did for that one, because having that static animation was a little bit easier than having to do everything. So yeah, I did that, and it was awesome. And I think I'm just going to do that going forward, because it is much, much less work. So yeah, I have a lot of stuff in my head. Again, this is how I'm, like, finishing off all of these videos. I have a lot of stuff in my head that I want to do, and it's just getting the time to do it. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed sitting chatting with me. I talked for 20 minutes. My throat's already feeling a little bit scratchy because hay fever is terrible. I hate hay fever so much, but I'm allergic to everything. This necklace is so lovely. It's like a little, look at this. It's a little sloth, but it likes to turn itself around. So yes, I am going to go now, and I will be back again in a month. But also, please bear in mind that I put out videos most Fridays, bar one Friday in a month, which I am trying to actually fill that little gap. At some point, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I do want to put out 1 video per week. But at the moment, we have the vlog this week, there's going to be something next week, and then it'll be the Juvia, oh god, that's so close. And then it'll be the Juvia speed drawing, and then it's the week off, and then we're back into the vlog. So just keep that in mind, and subscribe, you know, it costs nothing to subscribe, and I'm here every week, so come say hi. I'm also streaming as well. Come follow. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I have had too much coffee. It feels wonderful. I love coffee very much. But I'm going to go and have my dinner and get ready for stream, and I will be back next month. I hope you guys had a fantastic May. I hope that June is wonderful for you guys. I am hoping to do a couple of other types of videos in June, or at least record a couple of different types of videos in June, because it's to be very, very nice weather. Maybe see some in Scotland. Yes. So anyway, have a good month, and I will see you next month. Remember to hit the like button below and subscribe, and if there's anything that you want me, like if there's any questions you want to ask me, or if there's any anime you want to recommend or anything, remember to just do that in the comments below. I am always around nowadays to reply to comments. I love receiving comments, it makes me so happy. So yeah, do that and subscribe. Anyway, I will see you guys later. It was very nice chatting, even though I am very hyper. I think the coffee has literally just kicked in. Fuck. Right, have a good month, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye!